fighting for shit here on KPFK.
Don't make it sound like that's me. That's you, John. So, this is Larry, and we have
John.
we have
Casey.
And Ron.
There we go. Well, we've been away for a little bit. Everybody had their happy Thanksgiving holiday, and I'm hoping that. No, that's a chicken. Oh. Yeah, we had a nice time. It was an enjoyable Thanksgiving, and the day before that, I turned 75.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Jesus, 3/4 of a century. That's a long time.
You're gonna get there.
We should have had a party.
A drinking party.
Yeah.
We brought some of my famous wine.
Oh, we could bring some scotch and watch you guys. Just...
No,
I
wouldn't drink that.
I don't drink that stuff.
Ugh.
I don't drink that much at all. I mean, after we had that for Thanksgiving, I can only drink a half a glass
That was
of
good
wine.
wine you brought over.
Yeah?
What was it, Village Beaujolais or something like that?
No. Beaujolais? No.
No, that's the name of the
no,
brand?
it's Bayou Vineyard.
Oh, Bayou Vineyard?
It was the George Delatour Private Reserve.
Okay, I must have saw something different there.
Yeah.
What was his name? George Delatour.
That's the...
George.
It's a special... It's a special vintage.
What was it, Delacroix from the Green Mile?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. But, no, that's a good wine. So I hope everybody enjoyed themselves. So, a lot of stuff has been going on for the last few weeks. A lot of crazy-ass shit. I just don't believe some of the stuff that's... I'll start off saying, Trump and his cronies have been knocking out those boats in the Caribbean and off of Venezuela. And they've been doing it because they claim that they're running drugs into the United States. And meanwhile, he just pardoned a former president of Honduras, President Hernandez, and he was found guilty of drug trafficking. And it's out front. Trump said he's going to pardon him. So how much damn money is he getting for that?
Wait, let's be specific here. It was 400 tons of cocaine to America.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
And
400 ton. He was convicted by a New York federal court for trafficking 400 tons of cocaine
I miss cocaine.
into America.
yeah, I miss it like hemorrhoids. That's how much I miss it. But the thing is, I mean, that's insanity. I don't care how you define it. That is the definition of insanity. A guy who's killing people, and then he pardons another guy for the same crimes he claims he's killing these other people for. And they haven't even been tried. They didn't even get due process.
Well, it was just a claim.
Nobody gets due process anymore, don't you know?
It's all doo-doo process.
Yeah, no kidding. And that's just, I mean, you want to talk about crazy. I mean, this guy is off his freaking rocker. And if there's any MAGA people listening, wake up!
Larry Waterman.
I'm so tired of these people falling for his bullshit. Does anybody else have anything to say?
Well, there was a 15-year-old, I think. Was it a 15-year-old?
What's that?
15-year-old what? That was
was
killed? Well, they're just randomly striking boats with no evidence.
15-year-old detained for 50-something days. I didn't write down the specifics. Autistic boy went missing in Houston. He was hard of hearing. He was also nonverbal, and he was detained for 50 days by ICE. And the parents, within a couple days, had him as missing. He was missing. I think the first day.
Nobody could tell him where he was at.
And they couldn't find out for over a week where he was at. And they literally went and visited him 3 times as he was detained in the ICE detention center. And they still didn't let him go.
Okay, did you also hear about Caroline Levitt's, I think it was her brother, was married to a gal that was from, they said Brazil, but then I heard it was like Honduras or something. I can't remember exactly which country she was from. And they scooped her up and they detained her and then deported her. And he has his wife and her ex-husband, I guess it is, has a son. So I guess the father is going to get the son. Some people are saying that he turned her in.
That's what they suspect, because she was going to have to pay spousal support and child support.
And she has her own businesses. I think she has 2 businesses on top of it. So she was a productive person in society, paying taxes, not committing any crimes. And these rat bastards turned around with the political clout they have, and they deport her. Those people should be put in jail. That should be a crime for what they did. They knew what was going to happen to her because they set it up. All the things that Trump organization is doing, everything they do is a crime. And then they want to blame it on Biden. Let's blame it on, it's going to rain. It's Biden's fault.
Oh, shut up, stupid. Shut up, stupid.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And it's such a great...
No. Quiet, piggy.
Yeah,
Shut up, stupid.
Another great example of a president that is so condescending. But, my dad always said, point your finger at someone, there's 3 pointing back at you. So when he's calling that woman piggy, he's the biggest porker of them all. And when he tells...
Shut up. He's 6'3" and 215 pounds. He's got Chris Hemsworth's body, okay? He's Thor, brother.
Humpty Dumpty.
Yeah, he was Thor at one.
They also showed pictures of Baron. That Baron looks like one of those. It's like a cartoon character of Dracula. I forget which show it was, but he's got that look. Oh,
Yeah, it's called No Empathy.
Mm-hmm. That family. Yeah, well, and that's his. Narcissism, it could be a hereditary thing.
Can it?
Can you
Oh, yeah.
be taught that?
Narcissism is hereditary?
It can be, yeah. Same way a lot of disorders can be hereditary, like not Down syndrome. That is too. My daughter's got it.
So does most
Bipolar.
MAGA.
Bipolar disorder is hereditary.
Yeah, but narcissism is a learned behavior, isn't it?
I'd like to know that. I would know.
necessarily.
Is it? I mean, that's the thing.
think
Not
it is.
necessarily.
Narcissism,
Well,
I think,
maybe-
is a learned behavior.
Maybe.
But I don't even think you need somebody to learn it from, because there doesn't necessarily have to be anybody in the family to become a narcissist.
Or just some.
Yeah.
There's a subject I'd like to talk about, because that's interesting.
Yeah. Well, I mean.
Yeah.
The thing is, let's put it this way: it's environmental.
Oh,
So-
that's not hereditary.
No, that
it's
is
environmental.
But the point is,
It's a thought process, though. It's how you think of yourself.
yeah, and if you are in that environment, and not necessarily having a full blown narcissism like Trump is, but some of the traits, but all the other ones could seep in too, for one individual, and then they become full blown narcissists like Trump is. I mean, there's no doubt. You go to the DSM-5.
Oh, he's a narcissist.
Oh,
yeah.
you look at that. And he covers.
He's a sociopathic narcissist. Yeah.
See, the thing is that there's nine main points, and they say if you have at least 3 of them, that classifies you as a narcissist.
And Trump has 12.
No, there's only.
We had to add a couple, put him in the DSM.
Yeah. But it's true, that's why they call him what do they call it?
A bigot?
Malignant narcissist.
Oh, yeah. And a rapist. I'm sorry.
Is that too?
Is that part of narcissism? No.
No.
A pedophile. Oh, that's something different. Is that hereditary?
No,
I don't think so.
But he's got that too.
Yeah, he's got it all.
Yeah, well, Trump, he likes to be a winner.
Yeah, he is a winner.
He wins on all those fronts.
Yes, he is a great rapist. He's a great sexual assaulter. He's one of the best pedos I've ever met.
Yeah, he's a great
I didn't meet
criminal.
him. He's a great criminal. He's an awesome felon.
Yeah.
What was he saying, that it was a privilege for these young girls to be deflowered by?
Yes, it is a privilege by him.
And then people still just don't.
They're just okay with it. Yeah.
Well, hey, if you're a good evangelist, evangelical, you'll go along with that, because anything he says, you go along with.
Grab him by the pussy.
Yeah.
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 Well, that's what I thought it was over then, but no, apparently not.
I never tried that, but maybe I should give it a try. Because
No.
if the president can do it,
No, you'll get in trouble.
oh,
He won't.
I
You will. Yeah.
Will I?
The evangelicals won't like you doing it, but they don't mind if Trump does it.
Yeah, you
so.
got to write checks for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but his checks bounce.
Not anymore. He's got a whole bunch
No,
of
his-
taxpayer money
He's just
now.
cash poor.
He just has he just has a bank account that doesn't have anything in it, and that's what he writes his checks on. So when
yeah.
when you go
Probably.
to collect, then you got to sue him, and then he'll say, "Well, let's see if I can outlive you in court."
And that's exactly what he does.
That's right. So, welcome aboard.
I already heard that that's what's happening with the demolishing of the East Wing. People
Well-
are already complaining they're not paying.
Yeah, duh.
Really?
I'm waiting for that. Yeah,
The contractors?
Yes.
I'm waiting
for laugh like you guys are idiots. Really? You went and
really thought
you
you
got
were
into
gonna
a
get-
contract with Trump? You guys are fucking
and you
stupid.
thought you were going to get paid? What are you, nuts?
Yeah.
I mean,
He wasn't even paying the bus drivers when he did that thing out here in Coachella.
No,
that
there's
he-
people that he still owes out here.
Yeah.
that's why he's so rich. Yeah, he's so rich. He breaks the emoluments clause in the Constitution. He has broken probably everything
Oh,
that's
come
in
on.
the Constitution.
Like, why wouldn't I take gifts?
Yeah, right.
I think it's Article 1.
Yeah.
No, Section 1, Article 9.
Well, you're on the right track. Let's
Number,
put it this way.
I think Section 8, that's what it is. So, like, that's what it says where you can't take
Well, the
gifts.
Section 8 that I'm thinking of, that's what Trump hopefully will be in one day.
I don't think so.
The Section 8 I'm thinking of is housing.
Yeah. No, he won't be in
He'll
that.
be rid of it if he can. He's already gotten rid of so many vouchers for those people.
Is prison considered the Section 8
No,
housing?
it's not.
So, oh God, what kind of? I mean, we keep saying it. It keeps getting worse.
Yeah, he'll just go to a federal prison where there's a golf course.
Yeah,
Anyway.
no kidding. I mean, that's what he was doing on Thanksgiving, wasn't he? Wasn't he golfing?
And he said, recently he claimed, "I don't have enough time to be golfing."
When did he say that?
Just recently, I saw it pop up.
Wow. That's all he
But
does
he's
is
always
golf.
said that. He's always said that, and he goes out golfing the next day.
He golfed more in his first 4 years than Obama did in 8. And all he did was complain about Obama golfing. You're like, Jesus.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's the point that we're trying to make? What are you trying to say?
That Trump can blame Obama for the weather and people would believe him?
No, he blames Biden.
Blind.
No, Obama, because let's go way back. Let's just start with
No,
him.
the only thing that he really made a point with Obama was that he wasn't born here when he was.
I know, but it's just ridiculous. You could blame either one of those people for anything, and these guys just follow him.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, like Obama ruined health care for them.
No, he made healthcare amazing. That's why people don't want to lose their ACA or Obamacare anymore. Because of what he did.
Well, not
Well,
unless,
they're going to get rid of it.
if
They're
you're
doing
if
it.
you're hardcore
15
MAGA.
million, you're going to lose their insurance.
Yeah, well, if you're hardcore MAGA and you lose your insurance, you're going to blame it on Biden.
Of course
It
you
was
are.
all his fault.
It's like when like I was telling Larry at Thanksgiving, like my dad used to. He said the New Orleans, the rainfalls were because of the homosexuals.
Oh yeah, the
You know?
hurricanes.
So and I was joking around like, yeah, the hurricanes because the homosexuality was rampant over there. It's just like, so every time the weather's coming, you're like, damn you homosexuals.
Yeah, well, that's
Your dad does not sound like he was super bright.
that was.
Yeah, you'd think he's book smart, but
He followed people like
Yeah.
Jerry Falwell.
yeah,
I mean,
that's
Well, that's the MAGA people are in a cult. It's just there's no if
and
or buts about it. They're in a cult. There's
Well,
no other way to describe it.
they could kiss my butt.
Yeah, but it's good to see on TikTok or whatever that was, all those bikers which normally were Trumpers with the flags. Now they're all like F Trump flags and all this other stuff.
Ooh.
And I want to see more of this. This thing on thing where the TikTok where they were showing this whole run of bikers, just
What bikers?
like veterans, ex-veterans.
See, I was going
Oh.
to say, I'm waiting for the vets to
Yeah.
turn on him because
Yeah.
he's screwing them. He's
Sorry,
screwing
John.
everybody.
I should fill in the blanks more.
Yeah, he's screwing everybody left and right, and he's doing it to the seniors. He talks a game, and then he turns around and screws you because he wants to see how much money that he can funnel out of the government into his pocket as well as into the rich people's. He doesn't do... Look, if he doesn't get something for something, he doesn't do it. And I don't care what it is. When he talked about giving $20 billion to Argentina, and then they raised it to 40, where do you think 20 billion of it's going? It'll go out from crypto into Trump.
And you think that's where they lost a lot of the MAGA people, was when he did that?
No. Epstein files.
Epstein. But the point is that I'm hoping what'll happen is the next person that gets into office is going to do a deep dive and find out one way or another where that money went. And just follow the money. Follow the money. And they're going to find that, where did Trump get this money? There's no way of accounting for it. There is only one way to account for it: crypto. And our money, a lot of the government. Well, before he got into office, I knew he was going to rape this country. I knew he was going to go in there. That's why I've told people to take their money out of the banks. Because if it gets right down to it, and let's say they get rid of the FDIC, which was a discussion that was going on for a while. There's nothing to protect people's money in the banks anymore. So if he goes in there and robs them, oh well, it'll be in his pocket, not in yours. And that's the truth. And some people go, oh no, that's never going to happen. It's too far-fetched. Yeah, that's why it would happen, just because people are doubting that it would happen.
We got 3 more years of this shit.
No, you only really possibly have about a year and a half left.
I hope so.
I'm
Because
hoping.
if we get the House back, which a lot of people are talking now, it seems that that's the direction. And it's just not even from any help from the Democrats. We'll get the House back because of those rat bastards. That's why we'll get the House back. Because people aren't going to want them in there anymore.
I hope so.
Okay? And then the same thing with the Senate. We get the Senate and the House, there's going to be an impeachment. Hakeem Jeffries will become Speaker of the House, thereby becoming president if he's impeached and taken out of office, because it won't only be Trump that'll be impeached, it'll be Vance. Because he's contributed to it. He's what's the word for it? Co-conspirator.
How does Stephen Miller play into that, too?
Oh, he's going to get it for all the shit with all these people
The human
that
rights
they've been
violations.
deporting people and everything. That's part of his plan. He's breaking the Constitution too. The whole thing is, all of them are that Christy Nome. All of them are complicit. They're all going to pay for
Not
it.
just complicit. They're actively involved in it.
Well,
They're
that's
actively
well,
violating
complicit being
human
a-
rights.
Being a part of it. That's what I'm
That's
saying.
complicit means I'm just sitting here kind of going, well, they told me to do
No,
it.
well, my
She's-
complicit's a little bit different.
Well, that's not the definition of complicit.
Okay. Well, at any rate, they're all party to it.
Yeah, well, actively
Yeah.
engaged in it
And the thing is that,
with smiles on their face.
and they're all
doing it.
breaking, and even though they think they're doing Trump his due, they're breaking the Constitution. And I think anybody who breaks the Constitution should be held accountable to it. Because if we don't do something about it now or in the near future, that means it's open to anybody to do anything. Because we got to put stopgaps into our laws to prevent any of this kind of thing from
We
happening.
have put stopgaps in our
Yeah.
laws, and they're just
Doing it anyway.
run roughshod over it. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the ridiculous part of it. That's the part that is
Well, it was like
Disgustingly annoying.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
all these
horrific.
the monies that they're getting. I mean, he had Salman bin Mohammed, whatever, the crown
MBS,
prince, yeah,
MBS.
the crown prince of Saudi Arabia, in as a guest into the White House.
Well, yeah, the guy from Al Qaeda
Who
had a $10 billion bounty on his head for killing American soldiers.
And-
he had him in there.
and
He's a great guy. We love him.
And the MAGAs are okay with that.
Really?
and he pardoned.
But they're worried about the mayor of New York.
And he pardoned the owner of Binance,
Yeah,
who was
CZ.
letting money go filtering through Binance for terrorist organizations.
CZ, yeah, he was
Yeah.
a black market guy.
Everything he's against,
And he
he's
auto-penned it.
for. Yeah, the auto-pen.
He auto-penned. He didn't even know that he'd pardoned him.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't even know the guy. I just heard like he got raked over the coals and was going to
You
do
know
some
what?
time. So I did
That's-
it. He's like, I don't really know the guy. I'm like,
That's bullshit.
But he gave me $2 million, so
Yeah,
I did
right.
it anyway.
That's right.
Profit over people.
That's look.
I believe
he
he
knew-
was selling pardons for $2 million
Oh, no
before he left
shit.
presidency the last time, all day long for like 3 days.
And you know that to say that he didn't know the guy, that's BS. You know who knows him? His sons, and his sons are probably giving him that advice. He knew who the hell he was letting off the hook. Don't kid yourself.
You think
this
Dementia
guy's
John
a
really
crook?
knew?
What about the one woman that had? Well, I guess it was that couple, Christie and whatever.
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah.
Christies.
oh yeah,
The daughter went to Trump. You know damn well he had his hand out and she was dropping money in his hand while she was asking for them to be released.
Larry, he's done that multiple times.
Oh, all the time.
This is nothing new.
So, what are the chances of any of the Trump sons or
They sh-
getting involved in politics after this situation?
I hope they don't.
I don't know
I
if-
would hope that wouldn't happen.
Well, you know,
I
I
don't know.
gotta ask
I
you,
heard a
John.
psychic saying that Barron was going to be president one day.
Oh God forbid.
Let's
don't
hope-
listen
Yeah.
to psychics.
I'm hoping she's wrong.
Yeah, you listen to the wrong people. So, John, if correct me if I'm wrong, if his sons use his presidency as a way to profit, isn't that against the Emoluments Clause too?
No, I don't think that's against the Emoluments Clause, but it would be the same whining, crying nonsense they said about Hunter. Right?
Yeah, but that I get that, and I don't doubt that. And the Hunter was like, forget that. There's no comparison.
I'm just saying, but that's
Yeah,
I
get you.
yeah.
I get you. But
No,
I'm-
there's no violation of the Emoluments Clause, but that way it's only the president.
So
can
no
get-
violation of any law where that they're able to turn around and make deals with other foreign countries off the backs of the presidency.
Not for them to get in trouble. No, people do that all the time politically.
Well, maybe we got to find something else on those
But
rat
Trump,
bastards.
but Trump could, I
Well,
would think would get in trouble for that.
I think once he's this is what I think is going to happen. Once he's out of office, he's going to go back into the Trump organization,
Oh yeah.
and all those things that his sons did filter right back to him. So what do you think?
I think he's in trouble. Yes, yes.
I think his sons are in trouble.
I'm not
too.
sure he's going to live that
because
long.
because if that's the case, his sons were doing it on his behalf. If it goes back to him,
if you can prove that, yes, I think
Well-
then they're conspiring with him to do it.
Right.
Which we know they are. We know they are. The question is, can you prove it? That's always the question.
just ask me and I'll tell you.
We already know he's got full-blown dementia. So
I think he does.
Oh,
I think he does.
I've even seen the way that he walks, and people have talked about that he's either had a stroke and or dementia.
I think it does. Maybe both.
But it's so hard to tell with him because he's always been a moron. You
Yeah.
know, he's always had the language of a fourth grader. Like you're
Well,
like,
it's like I
but
said.
it definitely, you've seen it track downwards big time. This presidency, last
speaks
presidency.
in riddles.
Oh yeah, but it's like I say. It's like I always say. If brains were bird shit, he'd have a clean cage.
Yeah, he's
He's not. People say, "Well, he's such a smart guy." He's a smart guy.
moron.
You know, one of the teachers that he had when he was at Pennsylvania, or
Said he was the dumbest guy
Yeah,
that
he
I
ever
ever
had.
taught.
yeah, yeah,
Wow.
and you know, his father probably paid him to get at least C grades.
So this would be like a Billy Madison thing, right?
Kinda, yeah. But Trump wouldn't make it past the 4th grade, unlike Billy Madison, who actually graduated from high school. Trump would be stuck in 4th grade.
Oh God. It's amazing.
Like, we're gonna have to hold you back, sir. But I saw the elephant. I'm really smart. I saw the elephant. That's a giraffe. I know that's a giraffe. Okay. All right, Dementia Don.
He thought a cognitive test
Yes.
was an IQ test
because he's a fucking moron.
Yeah. Well, these are the things that everybody has to pay attention to. Then what's amazing is that people don't pay attention. You don't have to say anything. You just have to listen, and have the ability of critical thinking.
Well, that's part of the problem. People don't have critical thinking.
That is, and what's made it worse is he's made, with all the things they've attacked, like wokeness and DEI and all this. That's all. That's lunacy.
Well, that's just red herrings.
Yeah,
really.
right.
I mean, really, deep down, that's just red herrings. That didn't really affect people that much.
No, but what happens is
But what's happening now really affects you. ICE could show up at your fucking front door.
the dummies
Kick it in and go, I'm looking for somebody. And you could say, this didn't happen. And they'll say, oh, you did. And they'll lock you up. And you'll be stuck there until they decide to let you go. And what recourse do you have at that point? Fucking zero.
When they talk about wokeness and all that, the real truth is, through all that crap that they've put out there, the ones that have woken are the dummies. The dummies have awakened. So now the insane are running the asylum, and they're letting it happen. And some of us who are what I call free thinkers, who can think for themselves, who can take a situation and make sense of reality, whereas these other people, it's just the opposite. They don't have a reality, and they just go along with what they're being told. They're sheep.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of like what this, like you said, with the ICE people. When they're saying, well, we're picking up citizens, and I look at it like, yeah, they're doing that to warn other citizens not to get involved.
Yes,
this is
exactly.
what's going to happen to you.
Exactly.
So don't get
Oh yeah,
involved.
it's scare tactics. That's just
all it is.
intimidation. And when it comes to, I'm waiting for the next election, and see how he's going to try to unleash them, and he'll unleash them in Democratic districts. He won't unleash them in the Republican districts of a county or whatever. Think about it. Think about it. This is how crazy it is.
Yeah, and then you have friends and families that are MAGA, and you're going to go, okay, well, they're going after us now. You're okay with that? If something happens to me,
I watched. This is how crazy some of them can be. I watched a son and a daughter. The guy has a podcast. The daughter was on, brother and sister. They were talking to their mom and their dad. And they basically said, what if Trump said, go ahead and just bomb this mall? We decided we want to bomb this mall. They're like, well, it's okay.
Wow.
It's okay to do that. He said, well, what if I was walking through the mall and in LA and they did? Well, those people in LA deserve it. You're like, wow, that's
the mother
and the father said it was okay to kill their son.
Well, that's about the time I say, you know what, it's been really sweet, but I don't think you're my parents anymore.
But that's how far gone it goes. Yes.
Well,
so this is the problem. They'll go, well, Ron, you must have violated the law, so you needed to be arrested. Sorry. Ron's a bad guy.
We know that's lunacy, but the point is, I feel for those two, the brother and sister, but I still think the brother and sister should have given their parents a wake-up call. That if you want to still be our parents and still want to have a family, then maybe you need to put your thinking cap on the right way and think this thing through.
They don't think, though. Well, they just react emotionally. This is what I've been saying.
Well,
that's the vein of this.
They're
not educated.
That's what cults do.
Yes, they're not educated. They can read at a 6th grade level.
I like the poorly
skills.
educated.
And they just feel. They don't think, and that's the problem. Because it feels right. And it's okay because you're not us.
Can you imagine?
And that's what you see what happens in Rwanda, right? That's what you see what happens with the Nazis. That's what you see happens.
Oh yeah. That's what we
with
got
the
now.
Ungers.
That's
So
what
you
we
see
have.
happen with the Palestinians. It's just everybody. If you're not us, and we consider you cockroaches or less than human, we can kill you. And it's okay, and we're justified in our mind to do it, just like we did with the Native Americans, right? Or the Chinese who came over here to help build our railroads.
I got to tell you, you know, if anybody looks like a Nazi, if a Nazi has a look, it's Stephen Miller. That guy.
Stephen
I
Miller.
Swear, I
The Jewish Nazi.
You are the Jewish
Yes,
Nazi.
he is.
This is crazy.
He is.
This is very crazy. You're working. It's an oxymoron, and you're working for one. I don't understand this.
Well, you know, I'll tell you what, guys.
The Star David was the Nazi symbol in the middle. The swastika.
during the Holocaust, there
Well,
were
weren't
many
they bringing that
Jews. There were many Jews that felt they had to turn their backs on other Jews
Yes.
to survive. You know, and but he's not doing it for his own survival. He's doing it because he's a full-blown racist
He's bringing
son of
Nazi
a
back.
bitch. Oh yeah, he's a Nazi. There's no question about it. And his family has denounced him. The rabbi from his temple denounced him, and I know that for a fact because that rabbi was a school friend of mine. We went to school together.
Wow.
And I've talked to Neil. His name is Neil Daniels, and he went on to CNN and denounced Stephen Miller.
Wow.
Yeah. Because the guy, even when and it probably goes before he was in community college in Santa Monica.
Oh, back in high school. He was.
Wonder
Yeah,
how he
back in
was
high
moved
school,
back
he was
that
probably
way.
a bigot and
He
a
was.
racist. Yeah, yeah.
When he had hair.
But I can, you know, but that's what's amazing. He grew up in a family who were Holocaust survivors.
That doesn't make any sense at all.
It doesn't make sense. And yet, you know, I've always been taught, you know, you treat people with decency.
How did he get there when his
I
family?
know, but
I don't
he
know. His
could be-
family wasn't that way. His
But he
family
could be
weren't bigots.
reincarnated Hitler. Who knows? Like he could
Yeah.
be a reincarnated Nazi soldier.
Well,
you
No, I
don't
think
know
he's
that.
I think he's reincarnated Goebbels is what he is.
Oh,
Joseph
Joseph
Goebbels.
Goebbels, yeah.
But
They look similar too.
and
Just take the cyanide pill now.
And you know, and you know, it's you bring all this up. It's also interesting when you look at this whole picture of Trump and his administration, and they live by what Goebbels taught, or what he said. If you say something enough times, people will begin to believe
Yes, that's exactly what propaganda is.
it. Yeah, and they do that.
Oh, Trump does it all the
They
time.
all,
Yeah.
everybody in his administration
It's
does
deflect.
it.
it's not just
No,
deflect,
it isn't just deflect.
I mean, that's part of it, but it's also to get you just used to hearing this, and
So
eventually
you
just
repeat
go,
it.
Okay, well, that's what it is. It's the lunatic left. It's the radical left. It's the lunatic left. It's the radical left. It's the lunatic left. They must be radical and lunatic. That's all I hear. And so you just start saying it over and over and over.
And he's
and over
blaming
again.
everything on the Democrats. How do you blame everything on one group of people? You know,
How do you even blame it on the Democrats
I
when
mean,
you
just-
own the government,
you-
dumbass?
yeah, I mean, you can blame
Remember
the
how he blamed the Democrats for raping that lady? What was her name again?
Eugene Carroll?
Eugene Carroll. Yeah,
Eugene.
that was
No,
not
Eugene.
Eugene.
He blamed Biden. It was Biden's fault. I never did it. It
I
was
mean,
the Democrats.
Oh,
they,
in other words,
they
it
framed
was,
me.
It was a hoax.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same
The
thing like
Democrats-
what Hitler did with propaganda. Like with Poland, they said, well, we bombed Poland because they bombed us. No, they never did. Poland never did anything. They said that, though. We were just, doing that, and they went and invaded
Yeah,
Poland.
they were defending themselves. So
Yeah.
they went into Poland and gathered all the Jews and put them in one district, which became known as the ghetto, and they fenced them in so they couldn't get out. That sounds awfully familiar, doesn't it? The fencing somebody in.
The brown people.
Yeah,
But that's what they're
no,
doing.
but that was the excuse, is keep the brown people out. But what it really is to put fences up so people can't escape from us, from the United States. So they can't leave here so easily.
Don't forget the gypsies.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's what they're doing with bombing the boats. So
Yeah.
then what I think, it's just my thought,
Yeah, what's up with that?
I think he wants to bomb the boats so he has a reason to invade Venezuela and then say we're in a war and then claim wartime powers and say we're going to have to suspend everything because we're at war, right? Just like he keeps trying to use the Insurrection Act, saying it's insurrection in L.A., it's insurrection in Portland, it's insurrection in, right?
Oh yeah, he's trying to start a war
Keeps
somewhere.
trying.
Well, not
But
just
he
starting a
can't,
war.
he can't declare a war.
Yes, he can.
No,
Yes, he
because it's
can.
got to be done through Congress.
Oh, stop, Larry. You are fucking living
He
in
doesn't-
fantasy land,
he
dude. This
owns
guy can do
Congress.
whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Well, he'll do whatever he wants, but legally speaking, he can't.
Legally speaking, they've committed nothing but war crimes bombing those boats.
Yeah,
But is anything happening, Larry?
there will.
Is it now?
Not yet.
Well, it's not gonna.
Well, I'm
Declare a war.
yeah, I'm not gonna claim that yet because there's a lot of people that are pissed off about it, and
Who are the lot of people? Give them to me. How do they matter, Larry? Explain that.
well, the politicians that are in there now are
Whom?
what's
Who in
that?
particular?
Microphone.
Oh,
Who in particular has turned on Donald Trump besides Marjorie Greene Taylor, or Marjorie Taylor Greene?
That was interesting.
well, she's not the only one.
Who else has though? At this point,
That we know of.
Hakeem Jeffries.
no, those don't count. Those are Democrats.
They don't.
They don't
never
run.
did
They don't
like
run the
him.
government right now.
Well, guess what? Pretty soon there's not going to be enough Republicans to be holding the House. They're resigning.
That's what I'm asking. Who's doing that? Who in particular is resigning? And are they going to be replaced by Republicans or are they going to be replaced by Democrats? That's the question. Because if you're just talking about Democrats right now, we're on the losing end.
Let me see.
It's not until the Republicans grow a spine and change.
Yeah, that Marjorie Taylor Greene was pretty interesting.
Yeah. She was 100% MAGA.
Yeah.
Well, the other
But
one-
she's made her money. She was worth $700,000. Now she's worth $25 million.
26.
Okay, 26. Last I looked, it was 25. Now it's 26.
She had to wear that fur coat to rub it in.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, maybe she has some principles and she said, I'm done. I got enough money. I don't need to deal with Trump anymore. I heard the other reason why she's butthurt is that he wouldn't support her becoming a senator.
No, he just wouldn't back her, period.
And then she's using this stuff and it's affecting her kids. So I
Well,
mean,
I'm sure it is. There might be some.
Well, there was one other. It was not just her and Nels. There was another congressperson that's a Republican that's also announced it. Oh, Jody Arlington from Texas. But their suspicion is there's going to be a lot more to follow. This isn't over either.
I hope not.
It's not over. Because the way it's, a lot of those Republicans are looking at the fact that they're not going to get reelected.
Probably not.
So they're better to get out while the getting is good. And then how many of them, the other question is a lot of those people that are leaving office, how many of them actually have broken laws too?
Yeah.
Well, and I think part of it is that's what Massey was trying to say. If you don't vote for this release of the
Files.
what in 2 years, 3 years when Trump's not here, what's going to happen to you? What do you think people are going to do?
Yeah, but Takano was saying the same thing that I'm saying. They're going to release those files, but they're going to take all the stuff that implicates
but
Trump
then-
out of them before they release them.
But the problem is there's this whole notion that the files that are supposed to be released are the only things in existence that will expose anybody. There's a lot more than that. And where do you think they got a lot of those files from?
What about the women that are speaking up? I mean,
That's
doesn't that account
them.
for anything?
It's
Yes,
them.
eyewitness accounts are like what
Yeah.
we usually use in court, even
Yeah.
though they're the worst
Yes.
accounts.
But the thing is that a lot of those files came from the estate anyway. Do you think the estate just handed everything over to them in its original form? No, they made copies. So this notion, that's what gets me, is that this notion that and they're still going through a lot of those emails too. There's a lot of things, and they found Trump was mentioned, I think, 1,500 times in the
Yes.
emails. Mm-hmm. So they're not done. This whole thing is just beginning.
I hope so.
It's just beginning.
I don't know how they can hide Trump. As much as he's been talked about, as long as he's was friends with Epstein for 15 years. I just don't know how he can try to hide himself.
How
What
just-
will happen is MAGA doesn't care. That's what happens. They're going to be like, "Oh, he's a pedophile.
Just think
I don't
about
care
it.
he raped little girls."
all the things himself that he's exposed himself as to being criminal. I mean, all the things that he said, the things he said about girls, the fact that he owned the Miss Teen pageant, and they have witnesses that he'd walk in the room while
He
they're
admitted to that.
while
Not
they're
just witnesses.
changing.
He admitted to it on the Howard
Yeah,
Stern show.
well, I'm just saying, there's so much evidence of other criminal activity.
Yet they still voted for him because it's,
yeah, but we already knew that.
it's their
and they still
political
picked him.
interest. They don't care.
Well, like I said, when it comes down to it, of getting back the House and the Senate, a lot of that stuff is going to come out too in investigations, and this could open up a door for criminal prosecution as well. You know, the notion that he's exempt from any kind of criminal activity, that's not what the immunity was given to him. It was for anything in line with the presidency that he would do. That's what he was immune from. And a lot of people think, oh, he's got total immunity. It ain't total
No,
immunity.
it's not total immunity.
But see, and I know that, and it was spelled out from the Supreme Court when they handed down that decision, and he made it sound like he was immune from any prosecution, and other people start doing it. Now everybody thinks he could do whatever he wants. They can't prosecute him. Wrong. Not true. Shooting those people in those boats, killing them, along with his henchman Hegseth that told him kill them all. That's against international law. Okay, they all can be tried.
Well, what about them telling the military leaders that they're obligated to go after American citizens?
They can't because the Constitution doesn't allow them to do that. And that's what the 6 Congress people were saying, that they were warning in those ads, you do not have to obey an unlawful order. They didn't say lawful, but see, the Republicans tried to turn that around and say that they said lawful when they didn't say lawful. They said unlawful.
Yeah, but the presidential immunity, as long as he's doing something that's an official act, he has immunity for it.
I don't know that killing people is an official act.
They're going to say he was in his official capacity as the president of the United States to say that I'm going to kill. Just Obama did the same thing. It was no different. He did the exact same thing. He killed an American.
Who? Oh, you mean over in Yemen or something?
Yeah.
With the drone strikes?
Yeah, with the drone strikes.
Yeah.
So he has immunity from that. So Trump will have immunity from that. You don't have immunity for anything you're doing in your personal life. That's where you
Well,
it's
I mean-
only for your official acts, not your unofficial
Oh,
acts.
so he can do whatever
No,
he
I don't
wants
think that-
as acting as president to whatever.
As long as it's an official act as the
citizens he
president.
wants.
as
He
long
can
as-
claim he can claim anything's an official act even when it's not. So I'm not going to buy into that. I'm buying into what the
You can buy into whatever you want to buy into or not buy into whatever you want to buy into. This is what the Supreme Court has said. And they are the supreme law of the land. So unless you impeach those guys and get rid of them and
Which
they get
should happen.
replaced
It should happen.
and somebody re-rules on it, and even then he won't be prosecuted because it happened during a different ruling. You can't then go back. It's ex post facto to go back and say, "Oh, well, now we want to prosecute you after we've changed the law."
How is it when
But
it's
they can-
how
and
is
they-
it when it's an
all the
unlawful
auto pen things they can get rid of. That.
How is it it's an unlawful act for a military man to take that action, but it's not unlawful for the president? That's bullshit. I think that's going to have to see its day in court.
Well, that's why people are saying when Sotomayor argued, if she tells SEAL Team 6 to go kill his rival while he's president, is that okay? The Supreme Court said, basically, yes, he can do that.
I like the
'Cause
word
it's an-
basically. Basically, it's not an affirmative.
Okay, so I will give you an affirmative. Yes, he can go do that. Is that okay with you now? You don't understand this ruling. That's what that ruling says. If he's doing it as an official act as the President of the United States, he has complete immunity. If he's doing something that is not an official act, that's why Jack, what's his name?
Jack shit?
No.
Smith.
Yeah, Jack Smith had rewritten his prosecutorial pleadings to change it because he's like, okay, well, I'm going to get around that, and I'm going to show that he was not doing it as an official act of the president. He was doing it for personal gain, and therefore he can be prosecuted, even though he was president at the time. So that's how you have to get around it. And that's the only way you're going to get around it, based upon that ruling. They gave him carte blanche to do fucking anything he wants. That's what you don't get. Even unlawful bullshit.
Well, you brought up an interesting point. I think what needs to be done is that there's many of them that need to be, the Supreme Court justices need to be impeached.
Well, that's what I would do.
Because, not just only because of some of these unconstitutional things that they've ruled on, but also because many of them, they perjured themselves during their...
Well, Kavanaugh perjured himself 100%.
Oh, not only him.
Who else perjured themselves?
Gorsuch.
What did he...
When they asked him about Roe versus Wade, he said it was a law of the land, and that he...
Gorsuch said that? I thought that was Kavanaugh.
No, he did too.
Okay.
They all stood up there, and they even went to as far as Thomas, going back that far. Yeah, that issue was brought up.
Well, Thomas and Alito should be impeached for...
being who they are.
Well, unethical behavior. Kavanaugh should be impeached for perjuring himself in front of Congress.
And
sure.
Coney Barrett.
Well, I don't.
She
I'm going off Kavanaugh. I remember him talking about specifically, I will follow precedent.
And so did Amy Coney Barrett.
Okay.
I was watching those hearings.
So then those, in my opinion, could be impeached for that because you lied to Congress and you are not fit to be an officer of the court any longer.
And the interesting thing is about that whole subject is, if you go back and you watch those hearings, and every hearing they brought up Roe versus Wade.
Yes, and they overturned it.
Yeah. And yet...
So they lied. And they lied specifically about that particular thing, which is even worse. I mean, that's a specific lie. It's not even a general lie. Like, yeah, I'll follow precedent. And you go, well, but I don't know. We really need to change this precedent, right? They specifically said, are you going to overturn Roe v. Wade? And they said no. Well, Kavanaugh did. I know that.
No, I know. I know Gorsuch did, and because that was the whole thing during all those hearings and the confirmations were done with a fairly short period of time. Amy Coney Barrett and Kavanaugh were
super quick. Yeah.
And then before that was Gorsuch.
Uh-huh.
But it wasn't like it was years apart.
And Gorsuch was at the beginning.
Yeah.
Well, it was the beginning of Trump's term.
Right, because they held him back because they didn't think that
it was supposed to be Merrick Garland.
Right.
And they said, no, we want to wait and see what happens with the presidency.
And
so they waited for 10 months.
Can you imagine how much history would have been different?
That's just how it is, right? People's decisions affect our history.
Yeah, a guy like McConnell. Mm-hmm. And then he goes back on his own thing, because Amy Coney Barrett was within that certain period of an election. And McConnell didn't care. Now that look at
Turtle?
Yeah, Turtle head.
Turtle man.
They're going to just think about what's going to happen and their legacy and what that's going to look like.
Yeah, well, I don't think they care. If they did, they wouldn't do what they do. They would have some ethics, some morality. They care about the American people.
Well, that's the thing. The Republican Party really doesn't have much of morality anymore.
No. They're definitely not the party of
they
law and
used to
order.
call themselves the moral majority.
Well, yeah.
What
the
a joke.
The party of law and order.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, all these things and they were the only ones that were fiscally responsible. I mean, all these things that they always put themselves up on, they're totally, they're right in the shitter.
They're the opposite.
They're right in the dumper,
Trump took it all from them.
Well, thank you very much for listening to these 2 weeks of Fighting for Common Ground. This is Larry saying good night and good
So long, suckers.
So, yeah.